In a magical world where every kid has a special power, there's a school called Sage Academy where young students go to learn how to control their magic. But this story is about a girl who doesn't really fit in. Her name is Nori. When she was very young, Nori always felt different from other kids. Everyone around her had already discovered what made them special, but she hadn't. She was still waiting for her magic to show up. Then one day, when she was just 7 years old, something very strange happened. Nori was looking out of her bedroom window when she saw a small kitten playing in the garden. Suddenly, hair started growing all over her face, and within seconds, she turned into a cat. When her dad walked into the room, she got scared, and this time, wings suddenly grew from her back. That was the moment Nori finally realized what made her different. Now, 6 years later, Nori is a teenager, and she's about to join Sage Academy with her best friend, Reina. Reina has the power to control fire. She's actually very strong, but there's one problem. She doesn't believe in herself. Even though her powers are amazing, her low confidence always holds her back. But Nori is always there to support her and remind her how powerful she really is. On the other hand, Nori struggles with her own magic. Whenever she tries to turn into an animal, things go wrong. Instead of changing into just one animal, she ends up turning into a mix of different animals at the same time. A few weeks later, both girls arrive at Sage Academy with other new students. They wait for a bus that's supposed to take them to their new school. But instead, a strange man suddenly appears from behind a tree. He tells them that he will guide all the new students to the academy. After saying goodbye to their parents, the students follow the man into a deep forest. They walk along a narrow path, and after a few minutes, they find something shocking, a magical portal. One by one, the students step through it. Nori and Reina follow, and soon everyone reaches the school. In the first few minutes, the students realize something strange. Their cell phones don't work at all inside the academy. That same day, they meet the school's principal, Linda. She explains that all the new students will be divided into 5 groups based on their natural magic. The fuzzies are students who can talk to animals. The flickers can pull objects toward their hands. The flares are the ones who can control fire. The flyers are students who can float in the air. And finally, the fluxers are the ones who can turn into any animal they want. Before classes begin, all students must take a placement test so the teachers can see how strong their powers really are. First, the flares are tested. Their task is simple. They have to light a candle that is 2 meters away. Philip goes first and easily lights the candle. He passes and is asked to wait outside in the courtyard. But when Elliot's turn comes, things go wrong. Instead of fire, he only releases a cloud of smoke. The teachers immediately think his magic is a failure. Then it's Reina's turn. She steps forward and lights the candle using just her little finger, proving she's the strongest in her group. Next, the fuzzies are tested. They have to talk to a dog and ask it questions. If they understand all the answers correctly, they pass the test. After that, it's time for the flickers. Their job is to pull a ceramic vase toward their hands using magic. But when Pepper tries instead of pulling it, she pushes it away and it crashes into the wall. She fails the test right away. Then came the flyers. They have to float 1 meter above the ground for 30 seconds. One boy removes his heavy backpack and suddenly floats all the way up to the ceiling. He can't even come back down and has to be rescued. Finally, it's time for the fluxers. They must turn into a spotted cat and stay that way for 6 seconds before turning back into a human. But when Nori tries to transform, something strange happens. Instead of becoming a cat, bat wings suddenly grow from her back in just 2 seconds, shocking all the teachers in the room. Realizing that she has completely lost control of her powers, Nori quickly turns back into her human form and receives an envelope, just like all the other new students. After the test ends, everyone gathers in the courtyard to open their cards and see which group they've been placed in. Reina is happy to find out that she has been accepted into the Flares group, but Nori gets confused. Instead of Fluxers, her card has the letters UDM written on it. She has no idea what that means. Soon, the principal tells all the students to go to the cafeteria and collect their uniforms, except for Nori. She is told to follow a trail deep into the forest to reach her destination. At this point, the 2 friends say goodbye and wish each other good luck. When Nori finally arrives at the UDM headquarters, she is welcomed by Bud and taken into an underground shelter. Inside the classroom, she meets other students who also failed their tests. That's when she learns the truth. She has been sent to the Misfits Club. Here, students are not allowed to practice magic at all. Instead, they are taught normal school subjects, just like in any regular school. Nori gets angry and asks why they can't train like the other students. Suddenly, Principal Linda appears and explains everything. She says that UDM stands for Upside Down Magic. According to her, these students will never be able to use their powers properly, so they must stay at the academy until their magic slowly disappears. She explains that magic is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it becomes weaker and weaker until it's completely gone. For many years, Sage Academy treated UDM students like everyone else, but in 1939, a boy named Reginald Roberts changed everything. Because of his upside-down magic, he became the perfect host for something very dangerous: shadow magic. This dark magic only wants one thing: chaos. The teachers and students at Sage Academy had to join forces to stop it, and they barely managed to save their world from disaster. Luckily, shadow magic can't work without a human host, and according to Principal Linda, UDM students are its main target. That's why they are separated from the others and not allowed to practice magic until their powers slowly disappear. Later that day, the other students start their regular classes. Raina finds out that the school's annual Founders Day is coming soon. During this event, 5 freshmen will be chosen to perform. Each professor will select the best students from their group, and the winners will present their skills in front of the founders and the whole academy. In her first lesson, Raina's teacher challenges her to turn corn into popcorn using her fire powers. Even though she's nervous, Raina does it perfectly, but then Philip starts making fun of her and she loses focus. Her popcorn burns and her teacher gets disappointed. Outside the classroom, a second-year student named Chandra watches everything with a smile. The next morning, Bud takes the UDM students outside for a lesson. Nori gets excited when she sees some brooms, thinking they'll learn how to fly, but instead they are told to clean the schoolyard with them. While working, Nori secretly watches the Fluxers class. This time, they have to turn into a specific kitten instead of any random cat. Seeing this, Nori gets an idea. If she can fix her magic, maybe she can perform on Founders Day and finally prove herself. So, she studies every detail of the kitten and tries to copy it later. But once again, her powers go wrong, and she turns into a weird mix of animals. Professor Han quickly calls Bud, worried that the principal will find out. At lunch, Nori tells her friends that she has drawn every detail of the kitten and just needs more practice. Meanwhile, Raina tries to go talk to Nori, but her teacher stops her and sends her back. Later, Philip is chosen as the best student in the class, and Raina is asked to compete against him. She succeeds again, but her popcorn is slightly burnt, and her teacher is still not happy. During a break, Chandra approaches Raina and praises her power. She tells her that if she ever wants to become even stronger, she can help. That night, Raina studies late in the library. While putting a book back on the shelf, a strange black book suddenly falls down. It's the Shadow Magic Manual. Curious, she opens it. Suddenly, the lights go out, and Raina realizes she made a big mistake. When she puts the book back and walks away, it starts following her. At the same time, Nori keeps training with her new misfit friends, trying to stay in her cat form for more than 3 seconds. But no matter how hard she tries, she always turns into a mix of animals again. The next morning, Raina sees Nori laughing with her new friends and feels sad, thinking her best friend has moved on. Then suddenly the Shadow Magic Manual suddenly appears on Raina's bed. Its pages start turning on their own, until they stop at a chapter that teaches how to unlock hidden powers. Curious, Raina begins to read it, but as she reads, a black cloud forms around her and slowly enters her body. A few hours later, all the freshmen gather to watch the competition between the best students from each class. The Flares go first. Philip is sure he's going to win easily, but this time, Raina surprises everyone by popping all the corn in record time. When Professor Argon tastes her popcorn, she feels proud. Raina is chosen to represent her class on Founders Day. Just then, Nori shows up and says she has been training hard to fix her magic. She asks for another chance and turns into a striped cat. Professor Han starts timing her, but after 4 seconds, wings grow from her back again, and she loses control. Terrified, Nori starts turning into all kinds of creatures. Raina rushes to help her calm down, but now her own magic has become too strong. She almost burns Nori by accident. Realizing what she's done, Raina quickly apologizes. Bud helps Nori up, but the principal shows up and warns him to control his students, or he might lose his job. Back at the UDM headquarters, the students feel hopeless. They think they will never learn how to use their magic. Seeing this, Bud decides to tell them the truth. He admits that he has always hated watching UDM students give up on their dreams, so now he wants to help them accept their unique powers and learn how to use them. Suddenly, Bud starts singing. Through his music, he talks to the animals in the forest. The students are shocked to find out that Bud himself is a UDM fuzzy. Unlike others, he can only talk to animals through songs, but even without proper training, his magic never disappeared. Because he kept practicing in secret, he promises to train them from the next morning. Later that night, Nori starts thinking about what happened earlier and realizes that something is wrong with Reina's magic, so she goes to visit her. Inside the room, she finds Chandra holding the shadow magic manual. Reina finally admits that her powers became stronger because of that book. Angry and scared after almost hurting Nori, she tells Chandra to leave and take the book with her. But as soon as Chandra leaves, the book appears in Reina's room again. Just then, Nori knocks on the door. Reina hugs her but quickly sends her away so she doesn't find out the truth. The next morning, Bud starts training the group. Andre finally learns how to control how high he floats. Elliot learns how to shape his smoke. Pepper learns how to throw objects exactly where she wants. And Nori stops trying to turn into one animal. Instead, she accepts her real power, the ability to become a mix of different creatures. As the group starts bonding and improving together, Reina watches from a distance. But once again, Chandra approaches her. And this time, Reina firmly tells her to leave her alone. But something strange happens. Since she already used the shadow magic book, the two are now connected. While talking to Chandra, the other students ask Reina who she's speaking to, and that's when she realizes something scary. She's the only one who can see Chandra. Reina quickly runs back to her room, but Chandra keeps bothering her. She tells Reina that she has no idea how powerful she really is, and that her magic is stronger than anyone else's. Slowly, Reina gets tempted. The idea of getting rid of all her fears and becoming truly powerful makes her give in to the shadow magic. Later, when Nori finds her, she realizes that her best friend has been possessed. The spirit reveals that the UDM students are not the only targets. Soon, the entire school will be destroyed. Nori quickly runs back and tells Bud everything. Her classmates want to inform the principal right away, but Bud knows Linda won't believe them. He says they should wait until the next day because the spirit will probably attack during the Founders' Day ceremony. The next morning, all the students and teachers gather in the garden. Principal Linda invites Reina to come on stage and show her performance. Reina stands up and says she has prepared something special. Suddenly, a giant fireball appears in her hands. Its shadow spreads across the garden. Then a deep, scary voice announces, after so many years, he is finally back. The teachers realize this is the same spirit that possessed Reginald years ago. And now they understand that shadow magic doesn't only target UDM students. Trying to stop it, Argon and her students launch a huge fire attack, but it does nothing. The Fuzzies call birds to help, but the animals get scared and fly away. The Fluxers try to attack in animal form, but it's useless. Everything seems lost. That's when the UDM students step in. Pepper pushes the creature back. Elliot creates a smokescreen to blind it. Andre distracts it so Nori can get close. When the monster falls to the ground, Linda orders everyone to combine their powers and destroy it, but Nori stops them. She knows the monster is actually her best friend, so she risks her life to reach Reina. Just when the creature is about to attack her, a fireball bursts out from inside it and destroys the shadow magic. Reina is finally free. Nori hugs her, relieved. After the academy is saved by the UDM students, everything changes. The UDM program is canceled. Now, those students study alongside everyone else and learn to control their unique magic. Bud is promoted and becomes the official Fuzzy Professor. And in the cafeteria, the tables are no longer divided. Students from all groups can now sit together and become friends. So what did you think about this movie? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie recaps. See you in the next one.